Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show. I'm your host, Tosin, alongside my brother, Coach. How you feeling today, man?
Yeah, hectic weekend, and I'm at the end of it. You guys in the States are still got a bit of your weekend left. Yay for you! You guys must be so happy. Yeah, great for you, man.
Nah, man, listen, my weekend is going pretty well, but you know whose weekend's not going well? It's a goalkeeper from Sarzoga. Coach, I sent you a link in real time. Watch what I just sent you. And I want the people to see your live reaction to what you just see because it's going to be hilarious because I've seen it and I want Coach to live react.
So first and foremost, what has he actually done wrong?
We have to bring back violence, bro.
I personally think if you've been driven to that on a football pitch, you're not in the wrong.
Yeah,
Somebody has pushed you there, so I need to know
yeah.
that in my eyes, he hasn't done anything wrong. So what was he done to be pushed to go that far? Because he hasn't just ran over and just like no, he's lamped him. He's
Yeah.
absolutely lamped him. So yeah, I need to know what was said. Um, yeah, shout out to
So
him, man.
is the if for those who are wondering, it is Sarzoga, second division in Spain. The goalkeeper Esteban Andrada punched their captain Jorge Pulio in the is a derby, right?
Mm.
Relegation battle, and the referee, just punched the dude after like referee, just
Gave
gave
him a red card.
yeah,
So he's given the goalkeeper a red card,
yeah,
and for assuming he's done something to the player, and then his reaction after getting the red card is to essentially finish the job on the player that during the initial offence. I stand with the goalkeeper. And I
yeah. I
really ever side with goalkeepers as well, but I stand with the goalkeeper. He was right.
bet.
If you get me that angry enough on a football pitch and I punch you in the face, you absolutely earned it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We believe in equal hooks over here, left and
Mhm.
right. So, speaking of big punches, there's a lot of games we got to cover this weekend, but we're going to start from the Premier League. There was some midweek action.
Mhm.
Brighton beat Chelsea 3-0, and I was sitting there just giddy because
Yeah.
Chelsea, like, I messaged the group chat. I said, Chelsea are bad. And Dean goes, well,
Yeah.
what do you expect? But the game was over within like the first 5 minutes. It was really just like Chelsea are pathetic. That's really all it is. It was an ass whoop in the highest order. And the best part about it was Danny Webber did the seal right after. So that was great.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I was looking at it thinking, I wish Brighton could have scored like four or five more. No matter how bad it gets with Chelsea, guys, you have to always remember one thing: it can and should be worse.
Hmm.
That's the bottom line. I
Um,
don't want anybody talking about they feel sorry for Chelsea.
yeah.
I don't want to hear that.
Coach Rossini, let's talk about him. He got fired. How do you feel about that?
Shouldn't have taken the job, but I feel like his bosses essentially forced him to take the job.
Mhm.
But he absolutely shouldn't have taken the job. I don't think any coach worth their salt should be trying to take the Chelsea job.
Yeah.
I don't think any player with any decent sense of a moral compass should be trying to join Chelsea either.
Yeah.
Basically, nobody should sign for Chelsea, and Chelsea should just be liquidated. Um, but generally speaking, in regards to Rossini, I really hope he comes out the other side of this. He should never ever work for Blueco again at any of that stupid little scheme they got running. Yeah, he deserves another shot at another club. Maybe not in the Premier League for now, but he's a smart guy.
Mm.
I didn't appreciate him trying to talk shit, at my stadium, talking about staying on your side of the grass. So maybe he got what he deserved, but at the same time, young black coach, he always want to see him do well. But I'm very, very glad he failed at Chelsea because nobody must succeed at Chelsea. That's my honest opinion.
So, friend of the podcast, Lias, tweeted something. Lias tweeted, what Blueco did to Chelsea is illegal.
Mm-hmm.
And I, as somebody who's been well versed in football for a very long time, I remember in 2002, 2003, the year before Chelsea were taken over by Roman. Do you know how much Chelsea spent in 2002, 2003?
With inflation,
No, no,
2002,
no, just We're not doing inflation. We're just saying how
Oh,
much did they.
2002, 2003.
Hmm.
How much they spent? Or
Yes, just that year.
they didn't spend much. It was the year after these 03, 04 is
No,
when
no,
they.
no, 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 no. I asked for a reason. Fry Ballet, take a touch. I'm asking
Okay,
for a reason.
I want to say they spent around 12 million.
They spent £500,000 in 2000, 2003.
Ah,
That's how much they spent.
fuck, you know.
In 2003, 2004, Chelsea spent 111 million pounds in a year later. So when everybody tells me this, right, and this is my rant, and a lot of people said, "Oh, Tosin, you're a Arsenal fan. You're just saying this." I'm not an Arsenal fan. Okay, I'm a United
They
fan.
stole trophies of United as well, bro.
Coach, let me land, because I want people to know this, and I'm not trying to be the holy and thou person and tell everybody, "Oh, you're wrong. You're too young." I'm telling you this, guys, right now. If a team can spend within a year 111 million pounds, going from 500,000 pounds to 111 million pounds, and now you're complaining in 2026 that Blue Coat's ruining Chelsea and ruining football. No, 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 no. You did that because before Chelsea and Roman Abramovich, there was no foreign owners in the Premier League. There was not a single one.
No.
The Premier League was rising. Yes, it wasn't what the money is that we have today, but it was rising, was ascending. Yes, this was the tail end of Serie A. It was more so La Liga was kind of jumping off a little bit. I remember that.
Mhm.
But when Roman came in, that's when all hell broke loose because we had
Yeah.
the Glazer family take over Manchester United. We had Man City coming in 2008, and they were spending crazy. I looked this up from 1992 when the Premier League started till 2000 and 2026. Manchester United have only outspent everybody four times,
Mhm.
maybe three, four times at most.
Mhm.
Arsenal have only outspent everybody maybe once or twice. Everybody has spent everybody is the clubs with owners like Man City and Chelsea. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just telling you this. Don't lie to my face and tell me that what Luco's doing illegal because you're now selling bullshit because you're missing a whole bunch of context, and that's why my rant of the day is because I didn't have
You are
this.
so spot on there.
Yeah,
You are so
and
spot on there.
I didn't have this in the agenda, but my spirit went there because I'm very, very upset when people lie to me because I was literally there. I've watched every Premier League season since it started, since 1992. Yes, I was 2 years old, whatever, it was on the background, but I am old enough to remember these things to tell you that Chelsea only spent £500,000 the year before Roman took over. And after Roman came in, that's when you have all these foreign owners. So if you're saying what Blue Coat did, no, this is the chickens coming home to roost. Rest in peace to Malcolm X. Let's move on. Man City, another team who had illegal owners.
No, you hit the nail on the head. Do you know? I just want to add to it there before we move on. When you pretend, because that's what it is, when you pretend that Chelsea and City, for matter of fact, are like, they're one of the big clubs and they do this, whatever. All you're doing is legitimizing cheating and you're legitimizing, um, you're legitimizing corruption. Because let's have it right. It's not sport if there's no jeopardy. It's not sport if there's no consequence. That you can't, you don't call that's not sport anymore. I don't know what it is. You can't call it that, but it's not sport anymore. And that's the fundamental thing. You have poisoned and you have corrupted the sport as the sporting aspect of it. So whatever you guys have been playing, that's not sport. It's that simple. So when you say so Tosin's right, when it's devoid of context, it's devoid of context on purpose. You're purposely legitimizing the cheating and the corruption.
And
Um,
what frustrates me more than anything is the fact that there's so like, and I muted my tweet on purpose. I don't want anybody ever in your life to tell me I don't know football because I know a lot of football.
Yeah, again,
There's
but
very
these people are purposely. So I'm saying this is the point I make. These people are purposely legitimizing it, and also some of them just don't know as well. So, for example, someone might say, "Oh yeah, I started supporting Chelsea 2010. I saw Drogba, I saw Maluda." That's cool. You have no idea. That's not your fault, innit? That's not your fault. But all you got to do is do. You don't have to do even any hard work. How did Chelsea get there, bro? How did they get there? That's what you need to be asking.
because here's my thing as well. You're talking two people from London. We
Mm.
could tell you face value before 2003, there weren't that many Chelsea fans. And
I knew one Chelsea fan, and her name was Chelsea because her dad named her Chelsea because he was a Chelsea fan, and he was most likely racist as well. But that's neither here nor there.
the only Chelsea fan that I knew was my uncle, Dimeji. and he was a Chelsea fan from like the '80s, before the money, before when Ken Bates bought the team for a pound. But again, I've said too much because now I'm spending too much time speaking about a team I shouldn't. Anyway, Man City beat Burnley 1-0. Haaland's goal was just enough. They wasted a lot of chances in this game, City did, but they got their 3 points, and now it's looking very, very techy up top. But
Yeah,
hey, this is what the Premier League wants, right? They got a
yeah,
title battle and they got a relegation battle. So they got 1 and 2 fighting. They got 16 and 17 fighting. So the Premier League got what they wanted, right? Drama,
yeah.
baby. And they got a European race. Not me though. Y'all be safe. Bournemouth and Leeds was 2-2. Krupi reminds me so much of Defoe. I'm
Short back lift, just bare power in his shot. I see it.
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
it.
But that game was 2-2. Sunderland, and now we're gonna go to the games that start on Friday.
Yeah.
Sunderland 0, Nottingham Forest 5. So this game stood out to me because I went to a bar to go watch it. There's a local bar near me, and I
Mm.
was sitting next to this lady who has an amazing bakery. By the way, I went to go to her bakery the next day, but neither here nor there. She was looking, and we were talking. And the bartender said, "I don't watch a lot of soccer, but four is a lot of goals, right?" And I was like, "Yeah."
In one half, especially, yeah.
Yeah. So I had to explain to them, how Nottingham Forest might be getting, they might face relegation and what relegation is. And I was like, they just put the brakes on Sunderland. I mean, Sunderland's kind of coasting right now because they're
Mm.
safe. But,
Mm.
you know, shout out to Nottingham Forest for doing their thing. And Elliot Anderson scored, gave his celebration to his mom. So it's beautiful, man. They did well. They took the break off in the second half. But, I mean, when you go in 4-0 at halftime, you kind of won the game already, unless, you got Arshavin on your team. But
You know,
neither here nor there.
I think the funniest thing about this whole fixture was the aftermath of Xhaka.
Yeah.
Xhaka's thingy post. He was saying, guys, it's not good enough. But then the music he had for his post was Meek Mill, Dreams and Nightmares.
Xhaka's hilarious, man.
Honestly,
Absolutely
you
flipping
would find
hilarious.
so much entertainment with scrolling Xhaka's Instagram and his captions and the music he has for his posts. You will find a banging playlist. Basically,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
really funny one.
Fulham beat Aston Villa 1-0. I love this game because Aston Villa right behind United. I needed a little bit of breathing room. So
Mm.
shout out to Sessignon. He's had a great career, up and down, but he's figuring it out. So shout out to Sess. West Ham 2, Everton 1. This game basically is just more proof that Premier League doesn't know how to referee, man. There's been so many bad calls in this game. Um, that goalkeeper that they have at Everton is a thug, by the way. He's an absolute reckless human being.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah, was it? It wasn't Pickford and goal, was it?
It was Pickford in goal for Everton.
Yeah, people say he's comfortably like England's best goalkeeper. I've just never been able to get on that train. I don't think England have a outstanding goalkeeper. One outstanding. He might potentially be the best of the bunch, but even then, I'm not too sure.
There's
Between
Hendo, there's James Trafford,
yeah, okay. So let's listen. So you got Pickford, Pope, Trafford, Ramsdale,
Hendo.
Henderson. Um, Yeah, honestly, England could go into the World Cup with any of those, and I don't feel they'll be any weaker for it. And I mean that sincerely. I've never really seen it with Jordan Pickford. Mentally, yeah, he's a big character as well for sure, but there's no one outstanding England goalkeeper. I mean that sincerely. That's easily England's weakest position, like comfortably England's weakest position. Like
Do you remember the days of David James and Paul Robinson and them lot?
yeah, I mean England. Okay, who was the last truly great England goalkeeper? It's David Seaman, isn't it? Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
Oh,
Because at one point he was like top three goalkeepers in the world.
yeah.
No shadow of a doubt. He was David David Seaman was absolutely crazy.
And
Like,
then Ronaldinho went and done them.
yeah, but he was literally that was a year he was a year out from leaving Arsenal, not retiring, from
Yeah.
leaving Arsenal. He left Arsenal in 2003. I think he retired in 2005, I want to say, because I know he spent a year or two at City. I
Yeah.
remember. But yeah, that England have had a really, you know, bona fide great goalkeeper quite literally since David Seaman. Quite literally since we could say 2002.
You know what's so funny to me about that? What you're saying right now is that
Yeah.
USA has the same issue as well. Remember USA used to pump up the Premier League with goalkeepers?
Casey Keller,
Marcus Hanneman.
Casey Keller, yeah, Mark Hanneman, Brad Friedel,
Yes.
Tim Howard,
Yes.
um, Casey Keller, fun facts about me. Casey Keller was the first. Well, he was at the first game that I ever watched live in my life when he was the goalkeeper for Millwall.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That is funny, man. We've seen some good. I don't know, man. USA used to have just some really good goalkeepers, man. Tony Miola was also there. Brad Guzan was there.
I was gonna say Brad Guzan was the one I was actually I was trying to remember Brad Guzan, yeah, because he was at Villa.
Yeah,
If I remember
yeah,
correctly, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we also had Wolves lost to Tottenham. Wolves are pathetic, bro. Absolutely pathetic team. But Tottenham got their first win since 2025. Their first win all year. But
Yeah,
that win came with a big loss because Xavi Simmons done fucked his knee. So
yeah. We don't know what it is. Is it an ACL?
I think it's an ACL.
Do you know what's crazy? As I'm like walking to my entrance to the match yesterday, yeah, we think Wolves has equalised, and the cheer that went off outside on the concourse outside the stadium, and you hear people cheering inside because we thought Wolves had equalised, was so funny. Like so. This whole season has been hilarious. You know, being an Arsenal fan and looking at Tottenham because at games when we're
Hmm.
getting the scores coming, kind of thing, like the cheers, you think Arsenal has scored. It is crazy. Like, and yes, it was so funny. And when I go check my phone, it's like, oh, it's been ruled out. Like,
Yeah.
so annoying.
Someone tweeted today, it's like, you don't really know what hate is until you actually really become a sports fan. I'm like, yep.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
facts, bro. It's facts. It's facts.
Liverpool beat Crystal Palace 3-1. It's safe to say that Slot's job is safe, but looks like Salah done fucked his hammy, so no Salah against
I'm,
United.
I mean, they said they said they're gonna give him time. Um, yeah, I think it's fair. The only thing I will say is he is yeah, he has to get it right next season because I don't see them if he's not in a title race next season, they will get rid ASAP.
Hmm.
I genuinely think they will get rid ASAP. Whether they're right or wrong to, I don't know. But the fact that they've essentially given him this leeway lets me know that okay, yeah, if things don't back up, because look at the manager market now.
Hmm.
There's some decent young managers out on the market right now. Literally, you're looking at Erola, you're looking at, and they're all Spanish, funny enough. Javi Alonso, you're looking at Fabregas. Like Liverpool could realistically get any one of those guys, you know. And would they be willing to wait, you know, for Slot to turn it around second half of the season? I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, he's got. He. I feel like he's on a. I feel like he is the one next season that's going to be on the shortest leash next season out of everybody. So
Absolutely, as he should be. We said it that they should keep him, but he's on the
yeah,
short lease. Arsenal beat Newcastle 1-0. I have a take before Coach takes it away. You
go
guys
on, go on.
listen to the Arsenal podcast first of all. Do that right now, please. Thank you. Love you guys. Um, Newcastle and Leeds piss me off more than anything because these are the sort
Mm,
of guys who they're just shit, and they only come up to United to do well because that's their final. And
yeah,
when you watch them against teams like Arsenal and everybody else, it's crap. And second of all, Eddie Howe, the game has moved past you, my guy. Like, just you're no, you and your bestie, your guy, Jason
apparently,
Tyndall.
apparently they're sticking with him as well, though.
Stick. I don't care. That's your problem. He's rubbish. I don't care. It's not my team. It's not my wala. If you like, stick with him. If not, I mean, Voltamada needs to leave for sure. They spend too much money on Wissa. Look like Freddie Gibbs. So Elanga is just doing cardio and whatever he wants to do on that right side. But that's a terrible team, man. That team, someone needs to come rescue Bruno Guimaraes. And I'm talking about Manchester United, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, man, Arsenal did the needful. Great goal from Eze. And I was talking to one of my group chats about this. I think that a lot of people, especially non-people, Arsenal fans, put too much pressure on Arsenal. And where we're at right now, with what 4 5 games left of the season,
Mm,
I don't give a damn how you do it. I'm not even an Arsenal fan. I'm saying this and I said this before. Get your 3 points and move. It doesn't matter how you do it by hook, by crook. You guys can sit there and say, oh, your curse did this. Get your 3 points, assess it in the summertime and move. That's where I'm at with Arsenal. Like, get your 3 points, assess it, and win. Because you win the title, guess what? Nobody's gonna remember Jokeres not passing the ball. Nobody's gonna remember any of this because they're gonna be too happy for winning. So
I think you're spot on there, especially with the constraints people put on like he has to be done in this way or that. I mean, you have to remember as well, like a lot of people, unfortunately, no disrespect, but I feel like the internet has really made them less less intelligent. Is the nicest way I can put it. So when you take your cues from people that are paid to essentially look for the lowest lowest hanging fruit and make it the biggest talking point. That's how you get these, people talking about, oh yeah, but you got idiots like Jonathan McKell. Yeah, he's an idiot. I don't care if he's Nigerian. Talking about there should be an asterisk while being a Chelsea quote unquote legend. Talking about there should be an asterisk next to Arsenal's potential title. Like that's how you get these conversations happening because you've allowed these people to feel comfortable. Going back to the conversation I had before about leaving all context out of how people have done things or how people do things. So you're
Coach,
allowing yourself to go on.
I want to add to your point about Jonathan McKell. Sorry, I am in
Go
the
on.
mood today because it's Sunday and I feel like preaching. So, Jonathan McKell's transfer to Manchester United is part of what I'm saying about how crooked Chelsea are in the first place. Jonathan McKell technically was a Manchester United player, but
Mhm.
because Chelsea found a way to ring around, and first of all, Eden Hazard should not be at Chelsea in the first place because we all know there was some hush hush money that was paid. But let me go back and chill. Jonathan McKell was supposed to be a Manchester United player. And this is why Sir Alex Ferguson don't like you Africans no more because you screwed him. So
Mhm.
it's neither here nor there. And I can't blame him, you know. But go ahead.
um yeah, so yeah, when these people are paid to essentially look for the lowest hanging fruit kind of thing, and then they make that like talking points. That's how you get interviews. For example, with Declan Rice after. So this is going to be a little bit of a long rant. So I think you guys need to hear this. After the Sporting game, I don't know what her name is, but she's a clown. Sorry to say she is. It might be her editor in her ear telling her she should ask this question. Not my business. You should have more
Was it
integrity than that.
was it Anita?
I don't know who it was, but all that was that Arsenal had just qualified for the Champions League semi-final for second season in a row, and the first question that Declan Rice was, "How frustrating was that?" That question exists because of the current ecosystem in football, in the football sort of narrative right now. How can you ask someone who's, by the way, captain on the night, who was selected by his teammates because of they believe in him kind of thing? You ask him how frustrating is that after also making to the semi-final of Champions League 2 seasons running for the first time in their history,
Hmm.
because you've chosen to run with a particular narrative and you've invested in that narrative. You're trying to push this idea that things aren't rosy, things aren't great at Arsenal for some reason. They've just qualified for a Champions League semi-final. Are you
Back
not
to back years.
are you hearing yourself? And your first question is, how frustrating is that? Are you okay in your head? Are you people like fucking stupid? Then, secondly, the Eze interview just compounded exactly how I think these players feel and think about the media. He straight up told these guys, "You guys talk too much. I don't listen to you. We don't listen to you guys, and you guys talk too much." Eze told them that straight to their face, and he did it in a nice way, but the message was clear because these people are creating all of these narratives. And trust me when I say this, it was bad before. It was never ever this bad. It has got to a point where the currency is outrage and low hanging fruit arguments. That's what all it is. Football is no longer the attraction. It's no longer the attraction. It's bullshit like this. So when Ezra tells them something like that, fans should be taking their cues, not just Arsenal, but fans should be taking their cues from the players who are living this shit. And essentially telling me, yeah, these guys talk too much. They're idiots, and they don't know what they're talking about. They asked him once, to what, do you watch the pre-match show, the post-match show? He's like, no, I just watch the football and go about my business. That's exactly what he said to them, and it's true because we're not here for you guys. We're not here for your rubbish. We're here to watch the stars on the football pitch. That's what we're here to watch. Same thing goes for the refs. We're not here to watch the referees. We're here to watch the footballers.
I
Like, so
mean,
these guys creating all these narratives, all this, it's bullshit, and you have to filter it out. You do.
I mean, again, like it's such a catch 22 for me because I work in football media, innit? And I think the thing that frustrates me the most is that we've gotten so far away from the sport that we've now gotten to the point where rage bait is the capital currency, where it's like, how much stupid banter can we make on a daily basis about someone's team losing? And like, yes, I contradict myself because I laugh at Tottenham getting relegated. It's funny. But realistically speaking, like I actually just love the sport of football. And I think that we've gotten so far away from, now everybody's not trying to find a job with Obi Miguel clip and think it's the funniest thing in the world. I'm just like, I laughed at maybe the first couple, but now it's like, all right, guys, we've gone too far. Like, I'm
But
not watching.
he again is a perfect example of it. The guy. is not here to talk about football. The guy is here to farm clips. He talks absolute nonsense. Name one good point the guy has made. One.
What name one accent that makes any sense that he has? He doesn't have
It's
any whatever,
ridiculous,
man.
man.
Anyways, Man United play Brentford tomorrow.
Mhm.
Listen, Ruben Amorim, I'm going to find you. I'm tired of these Monday games, man. What is this nonsense? This is our sixth Monday game. No more. Like, just stop playing on Mondays. I'm tired. Anyways, coach, let's get the standings. Let's get out of the Prem. We spent too much time in
So
England.
Arsenal are on 73 points. City obviously played in the FA Cup.
Hmm.
Couldn't give a monkeys about what happened in that game, to be honest, not my business. They're still on 70 points. Liverpool are actually up to third now, aren't they?
Hmm.
Yes, they're on what, 58 points? Guys, sorry. Apologies again. Bit out of it. They are on 58 points, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. But they're actually fourth. United are still third on
Hmm.
58. Villa are also on 58 points as well. Brighton are on 50 points. Good for them to round out the top six. Yeah, it's between,
Seventh and like 13th, 14th is like 2 points, right?
yeah, so between 7th and 13th, really, there's a good chance somebody here is going to make Europe, and it might not be the team that's currently 7th. So, yeah, that's crazy.
We had some FA Cup. I'm using this as a footnote because City beat Southampton 2-1 and Chelsea beat Leeds 1-0.
Good
The
for
reason
them.
I bring up this is because there's an instance where Dominic Calvert-Lewin pulls Cucurella's hair and doesn't get a card. But 2 weeks ago, Dominic Calvert-Lewin got his hair pulled by Lissandro and got a red card.
Mhm.
Whatever, man. Let's go with Germany. Leipzig beat Union Berlin. Heidenheim beat St. Pauli 2-0. Cologne beat Leverkusen. Well, Cologne lost to Leverkusen 2-1. Augsburg and Frankfurt was 1-1. Hamburg and Hoffenheim beat them 2-1. Stuttgart beat Werder Bremen 1-1. There's two pieces of information I want to bring out. I'm going to bring out the first one, and this one is for Coach because I love my brother and I want him to be fed. And this is what you do when you love your people. You give them good food. You take care of your people. You give them a bed to sleep on. And I'm going to give him some good food. Mainz were up 3-0 against Bayern Munich. And you know what the game ended up being? 4-3.
Yeah, yeah. If there was one team I didn't want to upset Bayern this year, it
Yeah.
was Mainz for sure. And
Yeah.
I feel like it happened in the best way.
Yeah.
Um, they are not completely out of the woods just yet, but
Hmm.
no, actually no. I feel like they are, but you never know. Um, but yeah, this just kind of speaks to the strength of Bayern, man. Look, they they had elite on at halftime. They were 3-0 down. They had Kane, Elise, Musiala. Who else on the bench? Anyway, those three definitely were on the bench.
Hmm.
They came on, and that was it. That was all that she wrote.
My favorite thing at the end was when Musiala was walking to Elise. Elise was
Yeah.
sticking up his middle finger.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And everyone,
Elise's
everyone was
goal
saying,
was crazy.
yeah, his goal is insane.
Yeah.
But I think the thing is, everyone says Elise's performance. Like, no, this is just who he is, man. That's just,
Yeah, I think I just think he's. I'm not going to make any assessments here, kind of thing, but I definitely think he's the sort of person that, if he wasn't a footballer, like I genuinely feel like he could arguably be the most disinterested person to ever live. Like he's just not interested in anything you have to say, what you said or will say, or what you achieved or will achieve. Like he's just disinterested. He just doesn't care. He would easily, if he didn't have football. He just seems that sort of person.
yeah. And the last piece of information, Dortmund beat Freiburg 4-0. I bring this game up because Matthias Albert became the youngest American to make his Bundesliga debut. He's 16 years old, 11 months, and 5 days old. The previous record was set by Giovanni Reina, who made his debut for Dortmund at 17 years, 2 months, and 5 days in 2020. So big shout out to Matthias Albert. And I keep telling you guys over and over again, man, there's so much talent in America, man. And I had this conversation with my brother recently, actually, coach, and we were saying how there's a lost generation of talent. And I think from like 1985, 84 till about 1996, 97.
Mhm.
There's this generation of US talent that a lot of people don't know unless you were actively here, that
Yeah.
doesn't exist. And I think that generation, including myself and my teammates, had to suffer. So these young kids like Matthias Albert and Christian Pulisic and Giovanni Reina and Team Weah, for them to be where they are today. Because there's a
Mhm.
lot of talent in America, man. I'm being genuine when I say this. There's a lot of talent in this country. So shout out to Matthias Albert. The kid should be, making his U.S. men's national team debut eventually. I think after the World Cup cycle ends. So good for
So
him.
he won't be going to the World Cup.
Nah, I
Mm.
think that team is set in stone at this point. So I don't think anybody's gonna add to that roster because I don't even think USA is gonna get out that group. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go over to La Liga after we get the standings in the Bundesliga.
We already know Bayern Munich are champions. Dortmund are pretty much locked in for second place unless a crazy collapse. Do not put it past them. Um, Leipzig in third, 62 points. Stuttgart 57, along with Hoffenheim also on 57 points. And Bayer Leverkusen on 55 points to run the top six. Yeah, Bayer Leverkusen could sneak a top four place for sure. They're only 2 points off fourth. Um, but yeah, let's see how it goes. One more thing before we leave Germany as well. You know how we was talking about the fixture list and stuff like that. Do you think the Premier League, and the other top leagues should be dropped to 18 teams, or do you think we should keep it the same and just find other ways to help the players basically?
Keep it, man. Like
Keep
I'm
it keep it
sorry.
the same.
Yeah, like I would say, drop. It's just like, bro, like you're not messing with the money. So they don't want to mess with the money. So
That is true. That is
if they
very
wanted
true.
to, if they could, if they really could, they'll add a couple more teams. If they really could, sickos. We're going over to La Liga. We had two action in the week. Barcelona beat Celta Vigo 1-0. Unfortunately, Lamine Yamal has a hamstring injury, so it's looking tacky for him to get to the World Cup. People are dropping like
He should
flies.
sit it out, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He should just sit. There's too much happening. Eder Militao. There's more that's happened this week as well. Somebody else, obviously Javi Simmons as well.
And Esteval,
Exactly, Estevao as well. Like
and he doesn't want to do surgery.
he 1,000,000%. I'm not a doctor here, but I'm telling you, he should do surgery. If he doesn't do surgery, he's gonna end up like Michael Owen. That's literally what's gonna happen.
Yeah, yeah.
He's 18. He's at the perfect age. You do the surgery now, you'll come back way stronger,
Mm-hmm.
even better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Elche beat Atletico Madrid 3-2. Atletico Madrid is just such a yo-yo team. I don't know what I'm going to get from them. And the other Madrid team too, who beat Alaves 2-1, another yo-yo team because this weekend Real Betis played against Real Madrid and it was 1-1. Hector Bellerin scored the equalizer, but Madrid, it's like
they missed a
I'm
lot of
trying.
chances, man.
They did. I'm trying to find the right word for Madrid without being crass, but it's like me. Madrid went to go get a BBL and they didn't need it. It's like, yo, you already had a big bum before, man. Why do you need a bigger bum? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you already look good. Like now you're doing too much. And between Vinny and Mbappe, someone has to wrestle for that left wing spot because I don't think Mbappe is gonna. Yeah, I don't know, man. It looks, and they want to bring back Nico Paz next year. They got to bring back Endrick.
Apparently, Nico Paz is pretty much done.
Yeah, nine mil.
So, mate, mate, that's what I can say. That yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Hetafe, they lost to Barcelona 2-0. Marcus Rashford still has it. So big shout out to Marcus Rashford. Great finish. It looks like he's not going to be at Barcelona next year. So don't know where he's going to go. But
which actually begs the question now for me personally: where the hell does he go? Like, I'm actually curious now. Where the hell does he go? Because he can't stay in that. Do you reckon he go? Do you know what? There's a world where he can go back to Villa.
I don't think he wants to stay in England, man.
I think Barcelona will be really stupid not to keep him, even though that Champions League, they're talking about that Champions League performance is essentially the reason why. While I don't disagree, I think it's hasty as well, but no, it's none of my business.
Valencia beat Girona 2-1. Rayo and Real Sociedad was 3-3. Villarreal was 2-0 against Celta Vigo. Real Madrid, I mean Atletico Madrid. Now Jekyll and Hyde team, they beat Athletic Club 3-2. Griezmann's leaving on the high, and Solas got a brace. But I don't know what they're doing over there in both sides of Madrid. I really don't understand anything they're doing. But like I said, it's towards the end of the season, and right now it's a silly season. That's all I can say. It's very much silly season.
Mhm.
Can we get the standards in La Liga before we go over to Spain? I mean to Italy.
Yeah, Barcelona, look, they're essentially the league's done. They're 9 points clear. Sorry, 11 points clear with 5 games left. 85 points. Um, Real Madrid in second on 74 points. Villarreal 65. Atleti have lost. They're essentially their last 4 league games, and they've just managed to win today. Um, to get taken up to 60 points. I think Villarreal will see out the season, finishing third. Owners get dumped out of the Champions League again in the league phase, but that's neither here nor there. Real Betis on 50 points. I think they've got fifth place locked up as well. And Getafe on in sixth on 44 points to round out the top six. Yeah, Spain is weird, man. Like Atleti have essentially put all their chips into the Champions League, which is not a bad strategy. I just feel like it's yeah.
That's a bold move, Cotton. Very
Yeah,
bold move.
it's a really, really bold move because if it goes wrong, then it's like you essentially sacrifice the higher league finish for, yeah. Let's see how it goes anyway. They're playing somebody from North London anyway, so
Serie A, Napoli 4, Cremonese 0. McTominay and KDB on the score sheet, so good for them. Parma beat Pisa 1-0. Our guy Carlos Cuesta. Look at him doing things over there. Shout out to Carlos Cuesta. Bologna beat lost to Roma 2-0. Daniel Marlin looks like a whole new player in Serie A. You know,
mhm.
he looks spry. He's got his legs. So, I like when talented players find their place that like works for them. So good for
He's
him.
just bullying them over there, though, man. That's what it is. He's literally just bullying them, bro. Like,
Yeah. You got to find what works for you in life. That's all I can say. Genoa lost to Como 2-0. Torino and Inter was 2-2. Inter was up 2-0, and then it ended up being 2-2. Simone, what's it called? Diego's son scored. I think that Diego doesn't like that. I don't think he likes his son. I don't think he likes that child.
wait, how many sons has this guy got?
Like three. But
I
the
already
the one
thought,
he actually likes plays for Atletico Madrid.
yeah, I was gonna say, because I was like, I'm pretty sure that one he does like.
Yeah, he loves that son. I don't think he likes this one.
That's cold, though. Having two sons like playing in the top leagues in Europe, I think that's cold, man.
How do you think Lilian Thuram feels?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How many has he got? He's got two as well. Yeah.
Marcus and Kefren.
Marcus and Kefram, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. As Zidane's son's gonna probably start the World Cup for Algeria
For
and go.
Algeria, yeah, yeah.
Luca, yeah, yeah. He actually had a concussion, so I hope he's doing well. But Inter, Demarco set the record for the most assists in a single season, 17. So good for Demarco.
Yeah, he is. It's strange. Italy have these like clearly outstanding footballers,
Hmm.
and then they put on an Italy shirt, and it just all goes to shit. Like
My
on
Mia,
on paper, and an international team with Barella, Demarco,
Calafiori.
Bastoni, Calafiori, like you should be at a World Cup. Retegui as well, even though you've gone to, didn't he go to Saudi? I think he didn't he?
Hmm.
But again, Retegui is great, is genuinely a good footballer.
You know what
Yeah,
it is? This is what they
gone.
get for cheating in Nigeria in 1994.
Yeah, that is true.
So that's what you get. Milan and Juventus. I'm taking my glasses off for this.
Oh, you
My,
watched?
I watched this whole game, right?
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Let me tell you guys something, okay? If you guys ever in your life want to fall asleep and have good nap, watch that game. I watched some bullshit, okay? There was nothing going on for neither one of these teams. Absolute horse shit. It was dog shit, horse shit. It was just every sort of shit you can think of. It was that. It was one of the worst games of football I've seen in my life. At least Liao look a little bit spry. Christian Pulisic has a full beard now, bro. Like he has a whole entire just like a full
Can,
on
can I say?
beard.
Can I say something? Like,
Yeah.
I really fucking hate Christian Pulisic. Like, bro, I can't even hide it anymore, man.
What did he do?
He just grinds my gears for some reason. That, and I know it's a Chelsea. I definitely know it's the Chelsea connection, but it's also that stupid Trump dance he done as well, and
Yeah.
the feigning ignorance, like when questioned about it as well. Like, I just think he's a piece of shit. And then when he won the Champions League, the fact that he went and got he put on a USA hoodie and shit, and like I was like seeing a US, oh gosh, seeing a US flag at a Champions League final, just it sent me over the edge. Especially because it was for Chelsea as well. I was like, oh my god, like this is actually the worst thing ever I've ever seen. Like, fuck
Um,
the
I'm,
guy, man.
I'm gonna tell you something funny. I went to Hershey, Pennsylvania, where he's from, right? And as soon as I got into the area, you know, what's the first thing that I see?
Gone.
A Trump sign. So there you go.
There we go.
Can we get the standards in Serie A and go to France? Because I got something to tell you in France.
Yeah. First and foremost, sorry though. Yeah, I was just looking at the Marco stats, and yeah, he's fucking unreal, man. Inter, 10 points ahead of Napoli. Um, they're on 79. Inter on 69.
Nice.
Um, Milano 67 in third. Juve on fourth on 64. Como, the feel good story apparently, are tied on 61 points with Roma. Um, yeah, good for them.
League on. Brest and Lens. There was a game of two halves. In one half, Brest scored three goals. Lens came back and made it 3-3. So bouncy. Lyon 3, Auxerre 2. PSG rotated a little bit heavily, but they still beat Angers 3-0. Toulouse and Monaco was 2-2. No Flying Balogun goal this weekend. Boo. Lorient and Strasbourg. Strasbourg beat them 3-2. Paris FC lost to Lille 1-0. Le Havre Metz was 4-4. I don't know. No defending this game. Um, Ron and Nantes was 2-1. And this is the reason why I bring up Ligue 1 this week. Marseille won, Nice won. I saw Ethan Wanyeri warming up, right? And the boy has a full beard. And I'm like, wow, free my guy. Like, free all the political prisoners.
Like Habib Bey had some slick shit to say again, and I'm just like,
You're a
yeah,
terrible manager.
I know it's good. I know it'll be good for his development to stay around and potentially also like even go through some tough times. But this guy is clearly a bitch. Like we're wasting each other's time here. Bring Ethan home now. He will definitely get minutes because we still got injuries. Clearly,
Hmm.
um, yeah, like this move has probably gone as bad as it could have. It started as great as well as it could have, and it's just gone as bad as you could have hoped.
Yeah.
Um, the good thing is for him is that he pretty much knows if he does go on preseason, he will start the season in the first 11 because
Hmm.
of everyone being at the World Cup.
Yep.
That's a good thing for him to sort of aspire to. I know it's probably not what he wants to hear, but he
Mhm.
knows that he's gonna have a great summer off, an actual summer off as well, and a proper preseason. And pending, any sort of like anything that can potentially go wrong, he will start Arsenal's first game of next season for sure. Him and MLS will start Arsenal's first game of next season for sure.
Yep.
So yeah,
I think one of the funniest things over the weekend is seeing Ethan's brother getting subbed off with Mikel Arteta's son. That was funny.
yeah, he what's his brother's name? Emerson, isn't it? Yeah,
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 yeah. By the way, PSG. I'm not sure if you saw this. Maybe everyone can look it up because I'm a nerd. Uh, what's it called? Was wearing the Pata football boots. There's a Douay.
yeah. I saw. Do you know? I saw that. Actually, I thought that was a concept. It's actually true. I know. Obviously, they played. Did they play this weekend? They did, didn't they?
PSG, yeah, yeah. But Douay was on the bench
Yeah.
because they got.
He's going the week. I think it was on Tuesday. What the hell was that?
He wanted to tear the net.
What, bro?
He
Like,
wanted to tear the net.
oh god, what a flipping
Rocket in
player
his
he is, man.
boots.
He is
Can we? It's
gone.
nasty. Can we get the standings?
Yeah. PSG on 69 points.
Nice.
Yeah, it's over, man. The league's actually over, bro. Lens on 63 points. Lyon on 57. Lille on 57. Run on 56. Marseille, haha, on 53. Their form has just been terrible, man.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah, man.
So it's Champions League week this week. We have PSG versus Bayern, and we have Arsenal versus Atletico Madrid. So Tuesday, Wednesday, we got football Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Woo! Doesn't stop, baby. It doesn't stop at all. Let's get our winners and losers, and we can leave you guys to your vices. Coach, I'm gonna do my winners. Do you have your
Sure.
winners?
Yeah, I got
Let
my
me do
winners.
mine. My first winner is Eze. Beautiful goal.
Mm-hmm.
Arsenal needed 3 points, so shout out to him. My other winner is Frank Lampard in Coventry City.
Mm-hmm.
They got their trophy today, so big shout out to big Frank and doing his thing. So yeah, that is one of mine. And my last one is Thiago Nus. He celebrated his goal for OFI, which is a team in Greece. They beat PAOK in the Greek Cup final. Celebrated with his mom. It was so beautiful. Um, this is their first trophy since 1986, 1987. So that's why I put him up there because he got to celebrate with his mom and his team won the trophy. So shout out to Thiago Nus with that beautiful celebration with his mom. So that was very nice. Got your winners?
Cool. Yeah. So my first winner is Igor Thiago. His celebration, depending on what your persuasion is, he could have been doing a Kamehameha. He could have been doing an Hadouken. I'm gonna side with the latter. But yeah, great celebration for beating I think getting the turned out to be an own goal actually. But yeah, the opener against what's her name, Sunderland. And my second winner is also going to be another Forest player. It was Ola Aina because Ola Aina on his what do you call it on his Instagram.
You
He
made
lit
Ego Jesus.
so Ego Jesus, sorry, yeah, Ego Jesus, yeah. But Ola Aina on his Instagram basically one of his latest posts basically one of the pictures in the carousel was just his black Air Forces. I can't lie to you, I was just cracking up because
That's gonna be the podcast cover, by the way.
yeah, because 5-0, yeah, 5-0 is pure black Air Forces activity, bro. Just unreal. Um, and then my third winner is going to be Pierre Andre Guignon because yeah, he went to Mexico before it was cool, and he's been there for over a decade now.
And you got the
And
nice tifo.
yeah, the send off he got was just unreal, absolutely unreal. Yeah,
All right, let's do our losers. My first loser is Jordan Ayew. Jordan Ayew has now been relegated 6 times of 5 different clubs,
yeah.
and he's Ghanaian. Um, The second loser is the standard of refereeing in the Premier League is absolutely atrocious. In fact, standard refereeing in every single sport,
Mhm,
NFL, NBA, football. All I know is that the police don't do their job. Someone needs to police the police because the
mhm.
referee are effectively police. So police the police is what I'm saying. And last but not least, my biggest loser are mines.
Cool. You stole that one from me. I'll let you have that. My
No, we
first
can
one is
we
gonna
you know we can mines are so much big losers. They be on there
no,
twice.
yeah, we can have them. My first user is gonna be Habib Bey because of his comments about Ranieri. He's a bitch ass. And if I see him, I'll slap him. That's for sure. Like he doesn't want to see me. Um, no, I'm actually getting more annoyed than I think about it because you're spitting in man's face basically. You're telling
Yeah.
him, yeah, you're working hard, but no, actually no, you can work harder. What kind of bullshit is this? Like, don't. He's 18, bro. You're gonna like confuse him. My second loser, I should have brought it up last week, but Luis Enrique. That comment about 9 games in 27 days. Yeah, man. Yeah, it really pissed me off. There's no need for that. There's the lack of again. This goes back to what we were saying about people purposely avoiding context. Like, and
Mhm.
you're just trying to skew the narrative here by purposely. Like, we're not stupid, you know. So there's that, and then yeah, mine's for me for sure. Like 3-0 up. I don't care if you're playing, Brazil 82. Unacceptable. You should be relegated.
You should be relegated anyway because that's what coach wants. So, yeah. But listen, you got anything on the add before we get out of here? Because I know it's Champions League week this week. So,
Yeah, no, I think no, that's it. I mean, yeah, come on Arsenal, I suppose. Like, share, subscribe. We love you guys. More comments, more likes. You know what I'm saying? More reshares, all that good stuff. And yeah, we'll go from there.
all right, everyone, we're out. Take it easy. Peace.